In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper or the host of this program, known here on social media, wherever you may find me. I am known as the mighty Angel Snuff Nuff 7. I am your soul brother. Number one. What brings me to this topic is that I was having a Facebook conversation written in the comment section of a video of a person, and they erased my comments. Okay, so I decided to just make my own commentary in reference to the topic, and the topic was spiritual science. And on this post, they sound very smart and intelligent and all that type of thing, and more feel-good escapism for the American once called Negro. That's all that it is. And these particular persons who expound upon what they call spiritual science, they want to feel smarter. They want to feel better. They want to be the teachers of something, this new discovery, this information that they got from Kemet, Egypt, where they never been, don't know nothing about, have no association. The usual, again, Negro escapism, feel-good rhetoric. Spiritual science. You have the word spiritual. We know, and I told this person, and they just ignore. When you say spiritual, spirituality has its roots in worship of the dead. That's where its origins come from. You get a spirit or you get a ghost when you die. And that's where you have, and then you enter, that ghost or that spirit enters the afterlife. And of course we know that ancient Kemet was very high. That was something they really, really believed in, the afterlife. So this is where spirituality comes from. It is also combined with fear of the unknown. So when you look at spirituality, you're looking at worship of the dead, because that's what they've done. They worshiped their dead, especially their royalty. They went to great lengths to preserve the body so that they would be able to enter this afterlife. And fear the unknown, fear of what they don't understand. So we worship the sun. We worship the crocodile, this creature, this strange creature with all this power. We don't understand really how. We know that we can lay down, a male can lay down with a woman, but how does the baby come into being? All these different things. So we fabricate and make up stuff. And that's what spirituality is about. The worship of the dead and fabricating, just making up answers for what you don't know. Instead of waiting for that answer, which may not be in your lifetime, we want to lie and make up some stuff. And the people, because most people, ancient people, were ignorant, they just did whatever the king or the ruler said. They just accepted that belief, that idea, whatever was forced upon them. So spirituality is Worship of the dead has its origins in worship of the dead and fear of the unknown. Now, science is different. Science is supposed to be based upon facts, reality and facts, to the best of your ability. This is not to say that science does not know many things. Science is a fact. We know it's not a fact. But when science allege, they call it a theory. The theory of evolution. You really don't know. We're just guessing. It's not factual. It's the theory of evolution. We assume. We can only guess. But when you talk about spirituality, they don't talk about facts. They are teaching beliefs and fabricated ideas. They teach it as facts when it's not. They don't call it a theory. You're not made to assume. This is the real deal, my friend. So clearly, spirituality and science does not mix. It's like oil and water. They don't mix. So there's confusion when you talk about spiritual science. That's confusion right then and of itself. When you talk about spirituality or this spiritual science, they have supernatural theories. And they base their supernatural theories on whatever information they get from what somebody deciphered, because they can't decipher the walls of Kemet. So they take what somebody deciphered from the walls of Kemet and they fabricate and make up their own religion. That's what spiritual science is. It's nothing but another religion. That's all it is. Nobody from Kemet taught you nothing. It's all fabricated. And they have their own supernatural beliefs because that's what Kemet was. Kemet had all these different gods, these different deities, supernatural stuff. And that's what they bring to spiritual science. The supernatural things that just don't make sense. They love the facts, the reality of science, but they still want to hold on to religion and spirituality. Religion and spirituality is the same thing, potato, potato. Matter of fact, religion comes from out of spirituality. They both the same. Supernatural beliefs, fantasy, fairy tales, mythology, demons, spirits, all that type of stuff. And when you look at this thing called spiritual science, it's the same stuff. All of it is the same. But one wants to be better than the other when they all the same. Spiritual science wants to play both sides. I'm against religion. That's the white man. White man created religion. It's all the same. It's all the same stuff. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. It's all the same stuff. The same belief in fantasy and fairy tales and fiction, supernatural, demons, afterlife, transition in your body. Your body is not really flesh and blood. It's some type of conscious energy. Energy does not have conscience. If the only way you can be conscious, you got to have a brain. Electricity is energy. It does not think. Fire is energy. It does not think. Nuclear power is energy. It does not think. Gas burns. It turns into energy or whatever. It does not think. There's no such thing as conscious energy. Only in fiction and fairy tales. So when you die, your energy and your flesh returns to the earth, but you are this energy, and energy never dies. If energy never dies, then explain what happens to your battery. Or when you have a fire and you can't keep putting wood or whatever it is on the fire, it goes out. That's energy. It dies. And then the leftovers is just like anything else. whatever is left over is used by something else so that can maintain energy. Because what can't be used by one might be able to be used by another. It's still the cycle of life. Everything in this reality, everything in this universe that you see here, it come up, like the Bible said, it's like grass. It come up, then it withereth away, including energy. You cannot prove that energy does not die. It does. It is said that one day the sun that we depend on, it will burn out. So, again, making up stuff, things that's not true. It's all the same. It's all the same crap. Anything except things for what they are, reality. Oh, the ancient people were smart, but also the ancient people was ignorant. Some of these ancient people were murdering folks, sacrificing them to the gods because they didn't understand winter, spring, summer, and fall. So we want to make sure that we keep the God pleased, and we're going to sacrifice. They did not understand the change of seasons. They didn't understand the weather. And they would sacrifice somebody, and it just so happened the weather turned out good, so I guess they feel as though they pleased the God. So that means somebody else is going to be in line to be sacrificed because they think that they pleasing the God the more people they murder for no reason. So I'm looking, so if what I'm telling you is wrong, if what I'm telling you is in error, why don't you show me my error instead of removing my comment? We love fantasy and fairy tales because it makes us feel good. We want a lot of these things that we embrace. We suffer from low self-esteem. So we embrace God and some of these teachings because they tell us that we gods and kings and queens and we so smart. But in the reality of life, if you are warrior and you so smart, all these things, how could you be in the condition that you're in right now? It's impossible. You want people to lie to you. Some people don't mind you lying to them because they suffer from low self-esteem. And they know you lying. You know this is fabricated dribble. You know it is. It don't have no legs to stand on. It's something somebody made up. But it makes you feel smart because in the real world, you're not smart. In the real world, you're not brave. In the real world, you're not a supreme nothing. In the real world, you're not no God. In the real world, you're not no goddess or no king or no queen. In the real world. So you use these religions and spirituality and spiritual science and these pro-black teachings to build your self-esteem because in the real world, and you keep talking about what somebody did 5,000 years ago, what the Africans done 5,000 years ago, but they're not doing it in 2020 with a bunch of Chinese and Europeans and other folks over there exploiting them. Where is all this? Unless it never really did exist in the beginning. All this feel-good escapism rhetoric. We don't do that here. You get credit when you earn that credit. Sounding smart, sounding intelligent is not being intelligent. We don't do that here. I could be wrong. If I am, jot down your comments. Let's talk about it. Till next time, y'all. Peace.